mentally, emotionally, spiritually. You made it through the hard parts, and you made it to 25 with your peers alongside you. See, what they don't tell you is the brain doesn't quite finish cooking until you're 25. And that's why we say create a life from 25. Because when you reach 25, your entire perspective shifts. And then they got a little older and they changed their tune. Why? Because they can see a little clearer. So I want you to imagine yourself at age 25 when you can see a little clearer. When you can see the things that you want to involve yourself with early. That's just things that you've done because they don't know any better. And I'm here to tell y'all right here, right now, that we want this for ourselves. We want this for our communities. It's our first to do.
Welcome to our 11th Annual Youth Empowerment Luncheon. My name is Patrick Franklin, President and CEO of the Urban League, and I welcome you to this virtual event. Wow, what a year 2021 has been. We have experienced a lot of hardships, a lot of heartaches, but the most important thing is that we're here for our youth. This luncheon will support scholarships for our youth going forward, our seniors who are in high school right now. This year is one that they will not forget and one that we're there to support them. We have a very great keynote speaker today, Mr. Mike Burke, the new superintendent of schools from Palm Beach County School District, and I'm quite sure we're all anxious to hear from him. And we have other honorees that we're going to honor here today. This being our 11th Annual Youth Empowerment Luncheon, we've had many great speakers before, and we've had many great people to honor us, such as Tamron Hall and many others who have been our moderator. Today we have our MC who has been with us for many years. You all know her, Ms. Tanya Rogers from WPTV Channel 5. Tanya is an avid supporter of the Urban League in so many ways, and we thank her for her many years of support to the Urban League. With that being said, I turn it over to Tanya Rogers, our MC for today's luncheon.
And good afternoon, everyone. I can see a few of you, but I'm sure you'll wave a little bit, right? And I know that you're there. But I want to welcome you, as Patrick just said, to the 11th Annual Youth Empowerment Celebration. We have an exciting program for you. Just to take care of a little bit of housekeeping, don't forget, if you're using your iPhone, iPad, whatever it might be, don't forget to mute it. And if you happen to have to leave the room a little bit, because we know that some of you are still working remotely, just make sure to turn off your camera. Well, first and foremost, I would like to welcome the Urban League's Board of Directors, the Foundation, board members, dignitaries, community partners, funders, and our keynote speaker, invited guests, Urban League staff, and program participants. And it takes so many people coming together and making this such a successful event and a success in the community. It gives me great pleasure to host this annual Youth Empowerment Luncheon. I'm missing the teenagers. It's so nice being able to see them and just to talk with them and just to hear how they're looking forward to the future. But here we get to celebrate them either way, whether we're remotely or whether we're in a location. It's great to be able to celebrate them. We will also hear a great presentation from Palm Beach County School District newly appointed Superintendent Michael Burke, who will discuss the lingering effects of learning loss as a result of the coronavirus pandemic, our theme for this afternoon's program. As the needs of our community have evolved, the Urban League is ever present and continues to meet and deliver programs and services in a hybrid setting while addressing the needs of the Urban League youth initiatives. As you know, I work for Channel 5. We do several stories, and we've done several stories just within the past month doing in the community. Ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed with the program, I would like to invite Kenneth Prochette, a senior at Dreyfus School of the Arts and National Achiever Society student, to deliver the invocation, followed by the Black National Anthem performed by Petuni Taganis, a senior at Suncoast High School and a National Achiever Society participant. Please help me welcome them both.
pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for blessing us. We thank you for giving us the opportunity to convene and to unite in one cause. I ask that this meeting, that it flows smoothly, that nothing interferes that shouldn't be in it. I ask that you protect all of us and help us to come back better people. In your name we pray. Amen.
You're muted.
Tanya, you're muted.
Oh, there we go. Excellent. All right. So what I said before, if you guys didn't hear me, but you could probably read my lips, is that I was thanking Kenneth and Petuni. So thank you so much, guys, for the invocation and also for that special music. At this time, I want to introduce Ricky Wade. He is the Urban League's board chair. He's a franchisee for McDonald's 30 restaurants from Palm Beach County, Martin County, and St. Lucie County. And he's been committed for so many years to the Urban League and committed to helping the youth. So please help me welcome Mr. Ricky Wade.
Good afternoon and welcome again to the Urban League of Palm Beach County's 11th Annual Youth Empowerment Luncheon. Yes, it's virtual, but it's still a celebration. Thank you to Tanya Rogers for the wonderful introduction and all of the work that she continues to perform for the Urban League of Palm Beach County. It's well appreciated. At this time, I'd like to extend a special thank you to the Urban League Board of Directors, our foundation board members, dignitaries, and to our generous community partners and our community champion honorees, the Urban League of Palm Beach County staff, and invited guests. I humbly thank you for supporting the Urban League of Palm Beach County, supporting our mission, supporting our programs, supporting our services, and for the last 48 years, you've been helping us do what we call doing the right thing. So thank you very, very much. But over the past 23 months, we have seen some significant challenges, and you have still been there for us, and you continue to be there for us. And as we face this ongoing COVID-19, this virus,
that's been viewed by many as a pandemic and continues to haunt us, we will get through this with your support. So once again, thank you. It is my distinguished honor to serve as the board chair for the Urban League of Palm Beach County, working hand in hand with our stakeholders and the community at large to ensure the Urban League continues to provide direct service to our youth that needs our youth programs, including the new Urban League incentive to excel and succeed, our new lights. National Achiever Society, the Weiner Teen Outreach Program, STEM Now, Stop Now and Plan, as known as SNAP, Children in Need of Services and Families in Need of Services, SINS/FINS, and Mentor 6 initiatives to address the educational inequities towards disadvantaged youth. The goal continues to be the same: to give them a fighting chance to make a difference in this society we call the new normal. In a global economy where most valuable skills you can sell is your knowledge, a good education is no longer just a pathway to opportunity. It is a prerequisite, as stated by President Barack Obama. Thus, I encourage each of you attending this YEL or this Youth Empowerment Luncheon celebration to continue supporting our programs and services that send 100% of our graduating seniors to colleges, universities, and 80% of our middle and high school students achieve academic gains from your hard work. Your support can be in the form of donations or volunteer your time. Bottom line, our children need you. They need your support and they need your help. Thanks to the Youth Empowerment Celebration, in which over the past 11 years, this event has raised over $600,000 for the Urban League of Palm Beach County to continuously help us support our youth. And ladies and gentlemen, this would not have been possible without the ongoing support of our community partners. Please watch the community partner video as we thank all the supporters that continue to support us. We are extremely appreciative for everything you do, and thank you all for continuing to support us and being a part of this program. We appreciate you. And by the way, happy holidays to everyone. Thank you.
Wow, that's amazing. Just coming together to help out. And Ricky Wade, thank you so much. Hey, we love you so much. I had to read your introduction twice. Anyway, thank you so much to Ricky Wade and all of these community partners and funders that your generous donations and support allow the Urban League to help over 18,000 low-income families achieve social and economic equality. So thank you to all of you. At this time, I would like to introduce Cliff Weiner, Urban League of Palm Beach County Board Member, Foundation Board Chair, and founder of the Ida and Cliff Weiner Community Scholars Foundation. Please help me welcome Cliff Weiner.
Thank you very much, Tanya, and welcome everybody. I am very proud to be an Urban League board member. We're doing great work in this community. Let's get serious about youth empowerment. How about empowering our youth by helping them obtain something very, very valuable? And how about helping them obtain something that they can utilize for their entire lives? And how about helping our youth get something that no one can ever take away from them? I'm talking about helping these young people secure a fine college 4-year education. So how do we do that? 6 years ago, my wife Ida and I created our Weiner Scholars Program. Each year we receive in-depth applications from our 12 Boca and Del Rey high schools from students that have already demonstrated excellent academic abilities. But these students are also students of character who have already performed extensive community service. And importantly, these are students who have a need of substantial financial assistance to be able to attend college. We conduct extensive interviews and ultimately select 30 to 35 students to enter our scholars program each fall. We currently have 130 students attending college in our Weiner Scholars Program, with the average student receiving over $6,000 each year of their 4-year college career. This program, though, is unique because it includes not just the substantial financial support, but it also includes an intensive mentoring system and the support of over 20 social service agencies. And because of the comprehensiveness of the program, the in-touch nature of the program, we're approaching 100% graduation rates. Now, one of our most important partner agencies is the Urban League of Palm Beach County. We partner with Thomas Evangelista and the Urban League Senior Vice President of Programs, Marie Sanchez, and her National Achiever Society and her New Lights programs to purposely seek out qualified Urban League candidates in our participating high schools so we can support them through our college program. And if we take a look here at this next slide, here are just some of the results of that partnership. Here are this year's Weiner Scholars 2021 college graduates that came from these Urban League programs alone. And here's another slide showing that these are the current Urban League college students who are participating in program. And one more slide will show our new 36 freshman entrants that we took into the Weiner Scholars Program as a whole. And one more important note about your Urban League of Palm Beach County. We actually would have accepted several more Urban League students into our Scholars Program over the past several years. But the New Lights and National Achievers programs have prepared these high school students so well that they have actually been able to obtain full scholarship support from other public and private sources that they didn't even need our program to go and succeed on their own. That's your Urban League empowering youth. And that's why I'm so proud to be partnering with the Urban League in this youth empowerment endeavor. Thanks to everyone for continuing to support our Urban League. Thank you.
And thank you so much, Mr. Weiner. And thank you for you and your lovely wife for starting this years ago. I mean, what a blessing. My oldest is now in college, and it does cost a lot. So it's great when these kids have an opportunity to go to college, and they're bright kids. So thank you so much to you and your wife for your foundation. Now it's time for us to introduce the keynote speaker, Palm Beach County School District Superintendent Michael Burke. Burke has served the South Florida education community for more than 30 years and was named the superintendent of the school district of Palm Beach County in July of district in 1998, where he has served as budget director, chief financial officer, and chief operating officer, serving as both chief financial officer and chief operating officer from 2012 to 2016. Now, Mr. Burke earned a Bachelor of Science in Finance from Florida State University, as well as a Master's of Public Administration from Florida Atlantic University. He grew up in South Florida, and he enjoys working and living in the community with his wife and 3 grown children. Please help me welcome Superintendent Michael Burke.
Thank you, Ms. Rogers. I appreciate that. And I too am honored to be a recent new addition to the Urban League Board. But that was one of the perks of being superintendent, and I was happy to get that invitation and look forward to serving here into the future. So, today's topic, I guess I'll jump right into. As you heard, I'm new in the superintendent role, about 4 months into this, but I've been with the Palm Beach County Schools for 23 years, and the last 15 as CFO. So, not new to the district, just new to this role, and I'm really excited to have this opportunity. There's a lot of work ahead of us. Certainly that's been made more challenging by the pandemic, but we have a great team in place. We have terrific teachers throughout our county, principals, and really are committed to making sure Palm Beach County Schools remain the best choice for all of our students. So just to kind of frame, I guess, let's go back to how this pandemic started. It was March of 2020. We were approaching spring break, and we basically got the word statewide that we were to go ahead and shut schools down because of COVID-19. And at that time, we were told to be ready to be shut down for 2 weeks. And that aligned with our spring break. So we had an extra long spring break. And then, of course, we were not back in 2 weeks. We were out for several months, and really the whole following school year was a whole new experience of how we handled education. So with that shutdown, unexpected in March, we had a ton of work to do. Fortunately, we had done some things in Palm Beach County with technology that had started us down the road for preparing. And our academic team quickly worked to create, curriculum that could be used online. Our teachers had to get geared up to be able to manage their online Google Classrooms. Our IT division had to make sure our internet, our whole network could handle the load. And then we had to scramble to get computer devices out to all of our kids that may have not had one on their own. So we were actively buying computers, doing everything we could to make that transition. And by all accounts, Palm Beach County did a really good job with it. But what we found was that distance learning, this online learning, was far from ideal. One of the initial challenges we ran into at the end of that, what we call our FY20 school year, right there from March till June, was we found about 15% of our students just didn't have an internet connection at home, or at least not a reliable one. So that was an immediate kind of setback and challenge where you had, roughly 25,000 kids that could not get to class. So we started attacking that problem. We partnered with Comcast, where the district would pick up the tab for that kind of basic Comcast Essentials program. So that helped connect a lot of families. And then what we found, what really probably worked even better than that, was just providing a T-Mobile hotspot to families in need. So we were working through that, but it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. So we know students missed out on that last quarter of the school year. We had time over the summer to kind of regroup, We bought 85,000 more computers. We continue to try to roll out more wireless hotspots and Comcast accounts. And then the county government here in Palm Beach County was very gracious. They used some of their federal stimulus money to help us on a more longer term solution. And they're putting about $20 million now into the infrastructure to provide a Wi-Fi mesh network. And what that will allow us to do is it'll serve about 25,000 students within communities that are kind of underserved right now in terms of internet access, and provide free internet. And so we are working with our business partners. I saw many on the recognition earlier, and they always play a key role. We've even got the Miami Dolphins involved, but on top of the network, once the network's there, what we need to do is we buy these Wi-Fi extenders, and they cost about $80 each. And that Wi-Fi extender, we're going to be handing those out to families. And once all they have to do is plug that into an outlet within their home, and they'll have internet throughout the house. And it's good quality, high speed, fast, reliable, internet. So we're really excited about that project. It's right now it's being built out, but that's something that'll be in place for years to come, and we can continue to expand on. So that was just kind of one wrinkle, with going to distance learning. That school year, the prior school year, we were open, and we had the hybrid system where some kids were coming into class in person, others remained home at their choice. And we had more and more kids come back to school, but even throughout the entire last school year, there's about 35% of our students that remained online. And then the other challenge we had was we lost some students. Our enrollment's gone down about 7,500 kids. So, we had over 170,000 students in district operated schools. You got another 20,000 in charter schools. Students kind of went missing, and we've been actively working to re-engage them. And what we found, most of them went to either home education or virtual education. And there's multiple virtual education providers, but Florida Virtual is the big one. That's where, and this was a statewide and nationwide issue, but at Florida, at one point, we said, there was 80,000 kids that had fallen out of traditional schools. Over 60,000 of them turned up in Florida Virtual School. But that wasn't everybody. We found, as we sorted through and tried to reconnect with everyone, we had about 1,500 to 1,800 kids that really were kind of missing in action. And we've continued to work at that, and we've used some of our federal dollars to hire more staff so that we actually could go out and kind of knock on doors. But we continue to try to re-engage and reconnect, and that number's getting smaller. But we do have students that, had to step away from their education to jump in and help support their family and get a job, as a lot of people's careers were also upended by the pandemic. So that's an ongoing effort. We really want to make sure we give everybody a chance, to get to the finish line, get their diploma. So, that's just another challenge brought on by the pandemic. So this school year, we started planning last summer in June. Things were looking much better. The vaccine was available. The positivity rate was down to about 3% in Palm Beach County. And the plan was to make this current school year as normal as possible. We were going to have face coverings were going to be optional. We brought back all sports, all clubs, all activities. And everybody was certainly excited for that after having gone without. And then what happens, we got closer to the start of the school year. And then I became superintendent in late July. The Delta variant was kind of raging through our community, and that kind of upended things. But we forged ahead under the state rules and laws. We really didn't have much choice. The distance learning that we had done a year before was taken off the table. The governor had allowed that through an executive order, which sunset, and there was no interest in renewing that. The push was really to get everyone into brick and mortar. And we know now that is the best place. That is the best, to have teaching and learning taking place, and all the services we can offer kids. And we really need them in our schools. So I don't really take issue with that, but we were concerned about keeping everybody safe. And so we had kind of a little bit of a distraction. Our school board had to make some tough decisions, and we did require face coverings when the state was basically doing everything possible to tell us that we could not require them. And we fought that battle for a while. Ultimately, the governor prevailed. He called a special session. He had some court rulings in his favor. And we were told, school board, yeah, you cannot mandate face coverings. So now we did go back to strongly encouraged. I do think that battle, though, with the state and the time it bought us was important, because from the start of school, that second week of school, the positivity rate in Palm Beach County was just under 18%. And the transmission risk was through the roof. It was off the charts. And fortunately, here in Palm Beach County, thanks to everybody working together and the Urban League's efforts to help get people vaccinated, things have gotten much better. So we're back to like a 2.3% positivity rate, and the cases are in the moderate range, the transmission risk. So if nothing else, I think we help hopefully keep some people safe, bought some time, and hopefully we'll keep conditions in this safer range. The really positive thing first was starting school back in person. When I got to go out as new superintendent the first day of school and visit a lot of our campuses, you could really tell there was just a renewed appreciation for being on campus, both the teachers and the students. I think once people went without it, they realized what a good thing we had, and they just wanted to be together, and they wanted to have the benefit of getting away from the computer screen, getting back in person, and having some more of those experiences with their friends, clubs, activities, sports. You have it. So that's the really upbeat thing. The challenges of the pandemic and the sobering news was, we're required each year to do a series of state assessments. Florida's pretty big on accountability and testing, so we get our share. And the data from last spring, after that year of distance learning and hybrid, and some kids in class and some online, and some that may have were not routinely getting to school, absences went up, everything. It was not our best year. And despite everyone's efforts and hard work, we had some positive things. But when you look at our test results overall, and it was not just Palm Beach, this is again the state and the nation, we saw English language arts scores fall about 4 to 5%, which is significant. And our math scores fell 15%, which really just points out the challenges of trying to teach algebra or math or any of the math subjects online. You need to be there with the teacher. You need to be able to, I guess, go up to the board or the smart panel and work those problems out and get a little coaching on the spot. So we do have some academic, what we call at first like learning loss. You may have heard the term. We're going with unfinished learning because it was really learning that the students never really got the opportunity to get in the first place. So unfinished learning is the big challenge. And then the second almost equal challenge is really just the social emotional well-being of our students and making sure everyone's in a good spot, good space mentally, that they feel good, they feel safe and secure on campus. Unfortunately, the lack of structure and this disruption to the traditional education has had a negative impact on folks, both kids and adults. And so in Palm Beach County, one of the things we're proud of, thanks to the voters, we passed a referendum in 2018 that provided for a mental health professional on all of our campuses and funding to connect students in need with more support services. And we have a great network of partnerships across the county with different mental health providers. So one of the big challenges this year is just first making sure we get the kids back in our classroom, look them in the eye, see how they're doing, let them know it's okay not to be okay. That's actually one of our phrases here or keywords that we're kind of using to try to just allow, and make sure families and kids know there is help available, there's services available to, there's no stigma in asking for some help. Everybody is there. Trust me, after going through this whole pandemic. So that work's taking place. We are seeing that discipline and behavior issues are on the rise. And when we compare to 2019 pre-COVID to now, unfortunately, we are having more incidents. We're having more fights. We're having kids, unfortunately, getting in trouble. And, I think that lack of structure the last year and a half or so, everyone's getting accustomed to get back into the routine, what the responsibilities are of being a student, what's expected of you in terms of behavior. We're working as a district to make sure we're consistent in that we've always talked about having a single school culture so that, my behavior in Mrs. Jones's class, I should be treated the same way in Mrs. Smith's class. Whatever the rules are, let's be consistent. Let's not confuse the kids or make it challenging as they go throughout their day that they've got all these different rules are expected of them. So that's a big part of what the work's going on. I think I've laid out the challenges. I guess now I'd like to speak a little bit about what we're doing about it. And the good news here is that we're getting some help at the federal level, that the Congress and the presidents have passed basically 3 rounds of what we call ESSER funding. And that's the Elementary and Secondary Education Emergency Relief Funds. And the third tranche of that, which is really going to help us for the next couple of years, the next 2.5 years, is the American Rescue Plan, also known as ESSER 3. And this is substantial funding. It's over $300 million for the school district of Palm Beach County. Now, we're a big district, but that's a sizable sum. And we are using that money to address first COVID itself, keeping schools safe and clean. We've got MERV 13 air filters in all of our schools. We've added, enhanced cleaning. We've added, electrostatic sprayers. There's a variety of things. We're trying to just keep everyone safe. So that's kind of the cost of COVID. But the biggest bucket of this money and what we'll spend will be going towards the unfinished learning, both academic and social emotional. So going into this school year, we added about 350 specialized teaching positions. These are teachers that will help us with reading recovery, with like specialized algebra instruction, graduation coaches. I mentioned those kids that may have just be a little bit short of graduating and had to drop their studies to help their family. We want to track them down, get them back on the path to graduation, and also, recognize that their schedule, we might have to be more accommodating, that they may have a day job now. We need to maybe partner them with our adult education program and give them opportunities after a traditional school day. So that work is all getting underway. We did some of the things that we always do when there's, concerns about academic achievement. We have more tutorial programs. That's been somewhat of a challenge just because our own teachers that would normally we call to teach some of those tutorial programs have said, hey, we're tired. We're just getting through the normal school days kind of challenge enough. We recognize that. So we are augmenting that. We're looking for more providers. We just did an RFP. It'll be getting in place for the second semester with a 24/7 online tutorial service where kids will have access. If they need help on their homework, they'll be able to Zoom in and get a live instructor, certified teacher that can help them. So we're excited about that. We, our summer school programs in Florida have been bare bones. I've been in this business for 30 years, and I saw summer school basically get degraded year after year from when I first started my career. So one of the things that we're doing that we always kind of wanted to do, but now we have some money to do it, is to bring back a more robust summer school program. And we were able to do that this past June. You're going to see bigger summer school programs for the next couple summers to come. We're adding some after school programs. And one of my key things is I don't want after school just to be more of the same teaching of the standards. I think at some point it's almost punitive when we try to just keep drilling the same information into our kids and not make it a little more fun. So we want to include some enrichment activities. So it's a mix, but I really feel like we need to offer programs and continue. We've got a lot of great choice programs, things we can do, things we can expand on, but we need to consciously make these programs, fun for the kids and find something that interests them, whether it's an art, a sport, a career, industry certification, something that captures their attention, gets them kind of engaged and kind of self-motivated in their own education. So one of the things I hope to do is actually lessen our focus on testing over the next couple of years. And I feel like if we focus on the whole student and trying to capture their imagination and their creativity, that some of those other things will take care of themselves down the road. So we're working on that. I'm not doing this alone. We have a great team. We've got a chief academic officer, Dr. Glenda Sheffield. She's kind of our architect of what we call our student academic support plan. So all those academic initiatives I was mentioning, there's much more than that. In our elementary schools, third grade reading's been a big concern of ours. And we are now kind of changing the way we teach reading. And it's actually kind of going back to foundations and phonics. And I believe it's the way I was taught to read, where they're sounding out the words with the teachers. And we've got a whole new instructional materials, a whole new curriculum being implemented, which means we're now actively training all of our teachers. We feel like that's going to really help pay some dividends in the years to come. I mentioned the social emotional work. We're building on that. The missing students, we're actively re-engaging, we're recruiting. I addressed a group yesterday where one of the parents shared with me that they were homeschooling their 3 students still. And you made the sales pitch. I would like to bring as many kids back from home education into our schools because I really feel like that's where they're best served. We are in competition. We've got charter schools, private schools, and now in Florida, Florida leads the nation in vouchers, or what the state will call scholarships. The latest one, the big one, is the Family Empowerment Scholarships. We're seeing those grow exponentially, and that basically allows state money that typically would fund a student in a public school is now able to be picked up, and the $8,000 voucher basically can go to a private school. So that's actually the fastest growing market and our fastest growing competitor at this point. So one of my messages to our team is that we have to really focus on customer service. We no longer have a monopoly on education in Palm Beach County. We have to really make sure that our schools truly are the best choice for our families, and that we help people, we serve them from the first time they register all the way to graduation, and have that mindset. And I can tell you right now, I know we have some employees that probably embrace that and do a good job with it, but unfortunately, it's not universal. And I've heard stories, right, where a family goes to sign up for school and they're told to come back Tuesday at 10 a.m. When it's convenient for the front office. We can't have that. We've got to be ready. And if anybody is interested in attending our schools, I want to embrace them and roll out the red carpet. I'm hoping I'm covering the topic. It's a little tough in this Zoom environment when you feel like you're talking to yourself. These are, there's certainly challenges with the pandemic. I feel like we've got a pretty good handle on it. I was on a call earlier today with the Council of Great City Schools, which is the 75 largest urban districts across the country, just comparing notes about how we're going about addressing these challenges. The trickiest part of all of it is that, I mentioned the federal funds, which this is a big infusion, over $300 million, but it all goes away on June 30th of 2024. So the investments we're making now, we have to be very strategic that they're things that will pay dividends in years to come, that they build capacity, and that they also just don't lead us to a funding cliff where the money dries up and we can no longer support, maybe some of the good work we're doing. So that's the tricky part. We are making those investments. We're trying to build the capacity of our teachers, our workforce, find more teachers, find people that may be now that are a paraprofessional or an academic tutor that are interested in being a teacher, help them with their education, get them ready so that in a couple of years, they'll be able to serve us. And then I guess the last thing I just would like to say is the other big challenge for the school district. The pandemic has changed, I guess, how people look at employment and the workforce in general. And unfortunately, we are having a very hard time, like many other industries, in hiring some of our support personnel. Our biggest pain point is bus drivers. We're short over 150 bus drivers. And that's a challenge nationwide as well. And, it's a tough job. It starts at $15.08 an hour, but you start at 5:30 or 6 in the morning. You work a split shift, morning and afternoon. And, there's a lot of demands on you. Driving, I had 3 kids driving around, was not easy. I can't imagine driving 60 over my shoulder. So we're really trying to do more to recruit bus drivers, retain the ones we have. I got to give a plug. I talked about my team. One of the best things I was able to do becoming superintendent was I was able to hire Mr. Joe Sanchez as our chief operating officer. Mr. Sanchez has really dug into that challenge. And I heard Ms. Marie Sanchez mentioned earlier, and I just wanted to say hello. Hi. Thanks for the great work you're doing. But those support jobs from food service workers, a food service worker starts at $11.03 an hour. Custodian starts at $11.99. Now we provide benefits. We have health insurance and a pension plan, but that doesn't help our employees necessarily pay the rent that's due, at the end of the week. So we have a state constitutional amendment to get to $15 per hour in the next 4 years. We're working on that, but we need money to do that. And one of the sentiments, the governor just came out with his budget announcement today. Hopefully we'll get some help. What we need is kind of base student funding that will help with the rising cost so that we can hopefully make those jobs more attractive to folks and be able to continue to provide the services that our community expects of us. So those are my challenges. tried to outline some of the work we're doing to address them. Appreciate this forum and the opportunity to speak with you all today. I hope you got something out of it. And I don't guess we had the format to take questions, but anyway, Ms. Johnson, how are we doing on time? Can I end it
Thank you
here?
so much, Superintendent
right.
Burke. Yes, you did a fabulous job of getting great comments, and we are going to move it forward and honor our community champions.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was great, Mr. Burke. Thank you so much. And you having the finance background, I know you're a numbers guy because you were shooting out a lot of statistics there, a lot of percentages there, and I appreciate that. But I think also it's good for people to hear your passion for kids, because that's the important thing, you know, is caring for those kids and giving them the best. So thank you so much for what you've been sharing with us. And then also I wanted to say congratulations on being the new board member of the Urban League. If you think you're busy with the school district, wait till the Urban League gets a hold of you. You'll be busy with them too. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Before we move on, we wanted to show a quick video concerning the Palm Beach County School District.
It's important that sometimes kids get that one-on-one. Let's see your frog hopping away. I want them to succeed and do well. When you put forth that extra effort, you go the extra mile to help that child at home. It's very important that they get that homework done. Good job. I'm proud of you.
And again, thank you, Mr. Burke, for sharing your heart and for sharing so much about your focus and the school district's focus concerning our kids in school. At this time, we would like to recognize the community champion honorees who support the Urban League's mission, programs, and services: Comcast, Valley National Bank, and Third Federal Savings and Loan. Here to introduce our award recipients is Sulan Johnson, a good friend, and she's VP of Development and Communication.
Good afternoon. My name is Sulan Johnson. I'm the Vice President of Development and Communications for the Urban League of Palm Beach County. Again, I'd like to wish a special thank you to our Board of Directors, Foundation Board members, corporate partners, community funders, dignitaries, guests, staff, because at this time we would like to honor our community champions. The Community Champion Award honors an individual, organization, or company who exemplifies community leadership through actions that reflect the mission of the Urban League of Palm Beach County. The award recipient is committed towards investing in the community and bringing together people to help them to achieve social and economic equality through youth education, housing, financial literacy, and employment. The honorees have all demonstrated a vision and selfless commitment towards moving the community forward through volunteerism, character building, leadership, philanthropy, employment engagement, public advocacy, and sense of caring and responsibility to others, thus embodying the spirit and service of community. Today, we honor 3 community champions: Comcast, Valley National Bank, and Third Federal Savings and Loan. Our first community champion is Comcast. Their commitment to the Palm Beach County is amazing. They create incredible technology and entertainment that connects millions of people and moments and experiences that matter the most. Let's take a look at Comcast video.
Oh, you think this is just a community center? No, it's way more than that. Because when you hook our community up with the internet, boom, Look at Ariana crushing virtual class. Jamal chasing that college dream. Michael doing something crazy. This is the place where we can show the world what we can do.
Comcast is partnering with 1,000 community centers to create Wi-Fi-enabled lift zones so students from low-income families can get the tools they need to be ready for anything.
Oh, we're ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the virtual stage Carla Roderick, Regional Director of External Affairs for Comcast.
Hi there, everyone. I'm Carla Roderick, Regional Director of External Affairs for Comcast in Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast. So pleased to be here. We all know, as our speakers before me have said, this time has been like no other. Despite curveballs, our local community partner Urban League has again and again stepped up and made their commitment to community youth even stronger by empowering communities and changing lives. As a media and technology company, one of our key focus areas is supporting our community's education and technology initiatives, such as the Urban League's youth education, housing economic, and workforce development programs through our foundation grants. When COVID hit, it magnified the importance of not only digital access, but these programs. As we all know, a broadband connection at home ensures families can take advantage of the vast resources of the internet, school, employment, or even medical resources. And since our Internet Essentials program had launched in 2011, in step with these awards, we've been making progress in bridging the digital divide and have connected millions of households to the internet, and many of which for the very first time. As part of our ongoing commitment to keeping you connected, Comcast is also proud to support the federal government's emergency broadband benefit. It's a temporary subsidiary program available for the tiers of Internet Essentials service, including Internet Essentials itself. So for a limited time, you may be eligible to receive your monthly Internet Essentials service and equipment at no cost with the federal government's new program. So be sure to check that out and spread the word. In addition to our Internet Essentials basic program, we have our partnership program, which the superintendent alluded to. It gives community partners like the school district and other nonprofit organizations the ability to sponsor the monthly cost for eligible low-income families, and yes, free internet to those families who qualify. For students, and you saw our great commercial, for students not able to participate in virtual learning at home for whatever reason, we've created lift zones. Lift zones are free Wi-Fi hotspots, access sites located at community partner facilities, providing students with places outside of the home and outside of school to safely connect to the internet. And the Urban League was one of the first sites launched. I want to thank the Urban League for their strong partnership. It's our honor to be here and our honor to be recognized. And of course, it's all about our great youth, and we wish them well and all the luck and success in the future. Thanks again for having Comcast.
Thank you so much, Carla, and to Comcast for your continued support of the Urban League of Palm Beach County. Our next community champion honoree and long-standing partner is Valley National Bank. Valley is committed to empowering their customers and employees and the community and helping them to achieve financial success by communicating with transparency and respect and focusing on relationships than transactions, and taking time to learn more about the immediate needs and long-term goals of the community. Valley National is here to serve. Let's take a look at their video.
Hello, my name is Thea Sullivan, and I'm Senior Vice President, National Director for Valley Bank. On behalf of Valley Bank, I would like to thank you for recognizing us as a community leader with the Community Champion Award. Valley believes in partnering with organizations like the Urban League to support our local communities in the area of affordable housing, financial literacy, and now I'm very proud to say community lending. Community lending was created to support minorities and women-owned businesses with access to capital. So I thank you for this award and the opportunity to partner with the Urban League to support our local communities.
Thank you so much, Theus and Valley National Bank, again for your commitment, and we salute you as a community champion. Our final community champion is Third Federal Savings and Loan. Third Federal is community-driven and offers a wealth of resources, support, and opportunities to families and individuals throughout Palm Beach County community. Let's take a look at their video. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the virtual stage Elizabeth Woody with Third Federal Savings and Loan.
Thank you, Tanya. My name is Liz Woody, and I'm a business developer with Third Federal Savings. Third Federal is honored to be recognized as a community champion. On behalf of all of the associates that have dedicated their time to making a difference, we humbly accept this award. Partnered with the Urban League, we've had the opportunity firsthand to help with first-time homebuyer classes, counsel potential new homeowners, distribute food to those in need, and wrap holiday gifts. Each and every interaction is an opportunity to make a difference in someone's life. When we all work together, we can create positive change in a community. Third Federal was founded in 1938 with a simple mission to help people achieve the dream of home ownership and financial security while creating value for our customers, our associates, and our community. We operate under a value system of love, trust, respect, and a commitment to excellence. Our partnership with the Urban League was not made by chance. We share the same common goals to our community and our commitments. Third Federal has been a proud sponsor and partner with the Urban League for almost 10 years, and I've had the pleasure to be on the board of directors since 2016. Serving on the board gives me firsthand knowledge of the wonderful work that they do. I've seen the passion they have for youth, helping them achieve the best that they can in themselves. I've witnessed the excitement of the staff when a new homeowner is born. And I've seen the hope in a client's face when someone's taken a chance on them to be successful in a new job. What the Urban League does isn't easy. It takes a committed staff, dedicated volunteers, and a generous community. I'm proud to represent Third Federal and know that we've made a small difference in our community. Together, we can empower communities and change lives. Thank you.
Thank you again, Liz Woody, and to all of our community champions, again, for your excellence and commitment for what you do throughout Palm Beach County for families and individuals. Again, we salute you, and let's give everyone a round of applause.
And thank you very much, Sulan, and congratulations to all of these champions. Wonderful, as I said, it's all of us coming together and making it a success. Next, we would like to recognize one of our outstanding youth participants, Sade Young. Now, Sade has been a member of the National Achiever Society since December of 2016. He's currently a senior at Dreyfus School of the Arts and has a 3.91 unweighted grade point average while taking the most rigorous classes on campus. She's also dually enrolled at Palm Beach State College, and we know that's not easy being dual enrolled. Recently, she was selected as a finalist for the Quest Bridge National College. Now, she's a member of the National English Honor Society and the National Honor Society. And what is most impressive about her is her character and work ethic. One community member described her as a star and raved about her maturity and ability to overcome obstacles. It is for these reasons that we're highlighting Sade Young.
Hey Urban League, my name is Sharda Young and I'm a senior at Dreyfus School of the Arts where I major in communications. I've been part of NAS since I was in the 8th grade, and since then they've introduced me to many opportunities. There's been community service, college readiness, career readiness, and many more. I'm most grateful for the community service aspect because I've learned through volunteering with NAS at events like the Quantum House and the Thanksgiving Food Drive and STEM Night and many others that community service is more than something you do to meet a high school graduation requirement or a Bright Futures requirement. It's something that has a meaningful impact on people's lives. NAS has also introduced me to many amazing people, including Miss Lana St. Hilaire, who is so committed to seeing each and every one of us achieve. I look forward to opening her emails because I know it's going to have a new opportunity for me. Recently, she sent out an email with scholarships, hundreds of scholarships, and it had all the information. It had the name of the scholarship, the eligibility requirements, the deadline. She gave me no reason to not apply to every single one that I qualify for. She's also introduced me to my college advisor, Robin, who's helped me perfect my essays and gave me the confidence to apply to more prestigious schools. I'd like to thank my mom for putting me in NAS and the Urban League for this nomination. Thank you.
Oh, that's so cool. She thanked her mom. Love that. Well, congratulations, Sade, and keep up the great work. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for all of you joining us today. It's been great. It's been exciting. With the closing remarks, now is the President and CEO of the Urban League of Palm Beach County, Patrick Franklin.
Good. Thank you, Tanya, and thank you all for joining us today for our 11th Annual Youth Empowerment Luncheon. I want to thank our community partners, Comcast, Valley Bank, and Third Federal Savings and Loan, for being such great partners with the Urban League over a long period of time, each one of you. Our keynote speaker, Mike Burke, thank you for those encouraging words, and we look forward to working with you going into the future as you start your tenure as our new Superintendent of Schools for Palm Beach County. Our Youth Achievement Award recipient, Miss Sade Young, thank you for achieving at the highest level that you possibly can and looking forward to your education into the future. And of course, to Cliff and Eda Weiner at the Weiner Foundation, thank you for your support for our kids and for all the great work that you've done with our students throughout Palm Beach County that have gone to state schools throughout the state of Florida. And what a tremendous job. Thank you for supporting not only the kids, but supporting the Urban League. Thank you so much. And last but not least, to our board members who have supported the Urban League with their time and energy and support, and to the staff of the Urban League. Thank you so much for doing the work that you do throughout the years. And finally, for all of you who are on this call virtually, thank you so much for just being here today, just supporting us and going through all the issues that we've gone through. All of us have gone through the past year and a half with COVID. Don't stop, keep moving forward. Now is not the time to put your guard down. Make sure you're practicing your social distancing, wash your hands, wear your mask, do all those things that counts. But the most important thing is that get vaccinated if you haven't so far. That's the one thing we can do to prevent COVID. So with all that said and done, I want to wish all of you a very happy, safe, and healthy holiday season. And from the Urban League, we say congratulations to all our recipients and congratulations to our youth and to everyone else. Have a happy holiday. Thank you so much.
Holidays, everybody.
Yeah.
Great job,
Have a great holiday, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to click off now. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Having too much fun, Glenn.
You look good, David.
Hey, I got to go to another meeting.
You don't want to see my calendar. Don't worry.
Okay. I'll see you tonight.
Much love, everybody. Got to go.
Bye-bye.